I'm going to begin this video highlighting the three main farms approaching Ashton on Mersey village. Ivy Farm at the bottom left of this picture, Oakleaf Farm in the middle, are on the former Moss Lane Road West, now called Firs Road. The only standing farm remaining to this day is Marsh Farm, which is off Carrington Lane, on the outskirts of Ashton on Mersey village. The farmhouse is now a private residence. It was built in the 19th century and stands proud as a defiance to modern development. It has a Flemish bond brickwork with a slate roof. It has two upper and ground floor windows with stone sills and clearly visible as a farmhouse building today. I'm going to continue my journey along Buck Lane. I've always been intrigued about the old photographs of the lane and some of the old houses that still and once stood there. This is the same view looking up. The house on the right no longer exists and now is used for off-road parking. No, that's not wrong. No, that's not wrong. This is the same view looking up the road. The old house on the right no longer exists. The space where it once stood is now used for off-road parking. Here is the village green, over the road from the Buck Inn. There is a number of old houses built here. I've overlaid the old map over the modern one. I have pinpointed the dots where the old ones once stood. Here is the same view looking towards the end of Buck Lane now. Looking towards Buckfast Road from Green Lane, once stood two buildings which were originally part of the terrace that went straight across Buckfast Road. These buildings remained for a number of years until they were demolished. It used to be the local bedding plant and DIY hardware store. I remember it looking like the Four Candles scene in Open All Hours with the two Ronnies. The Buck is situated on the corner of Buck Lane and Green Lane in Ashton on Mersey village. It was built in the early 18th century and was for a time known as the Dog and Buck. The inn was run by the Davis family for many years from the mid to the late 17th century. During the 18th century, the Buck was used as a courthouse, and one of the cellars became known as the village jail. The stocks were originally located at the back of the Buck, but they were later moved to St Martin's Church on the nearby Church Lane. It is alleged that an underground tunnel ran from the jail to the church, and through this the prisoners were led to the stocks. A little later in this video I'll be going down to the cellars to investigate this. At the end of the 19th century, the stocks were found in the rectory stables by Reverend Mendel Hertzberg, and he presented them to the Ashton on Mersey Urban District Council. According to Dr. Charles Renshaw, these stocks were built in 1836 and had taken the place of some old worn-out wooden ones. There's a record in the township account books that the constables paid for stocks to be made in 1810. We're now going to meet Rick, the landlord of the Buck Inn. He's allowed us to have a look around the pub cellars.
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm the landlord of the Buck Inn in Sale in Ashton on Mersey.
Thanks, Rick, for allowing me to visit your pub today. The Buck has always been a focal point in the village, but people are unaware of its long-standing history. What can you tell us about it?
Well, I know that this is the cell that's above the courthouse. It's supposed to be the old courthouse upstairs, and this is where they held the prisoners before they marched them down the so-called tunnel, which I'll show you now if you want.
Thank you.
So this is where the tunnel started, in the wall. And there's a plate in the floor where I believe the steps were that went down into the tunnel that went underground. This is the old fireplace that was in the courthouse. This is the brickwork that supports the fireplace that's above.
The brickwork definitely looks old and shaped into an old period cell. A murderer was once apprehended in the Buck Inn. A man named Weston was arrested by a local constable known as Natty Pass. He remained in the prison cell until he was removed to Staffordshire to be tried. Weston made a confession to the crime.
So the ceiling's really low. I'm only 5'4" myself and my head's nearly touching the ceiling, so they keep a number of prisoners in here. It's quite a small space, no windows, just one door in and what I believe to be the tunnel out. There's lots of hidden places. There's catacombs and on the houses across the road, and there's another place just down to the part of the new building where there's another little hidden area which I don't know what it is.
It looks like there's some substance that a tunnel exists. I've met people in the past who are convinced it's there, and have even claimed to have seen it. I've indicated the route the tunnel may have taken on its way to St Martin's Church. The parishioners would have seen the prisoners in the stocks to further their humiliation.
Okay, so I'll take you up to the courthouse where I believe the courthouse was originally. This is where the courthouse was, I think, originally. So come and have a pint, join us for a beer and have a look round.
Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me in.
Cheers. Thanks for looking into the history of the pub. I hope you enjoyed having a look at it, and it's really intriguing to have a look at. Come down and have a pint with us whenever you're ready.
A big thank you for Rick and Gemma of the Buck Inn, and Carol Underwood for her archive material. And a big thank you for watching as well. And please like and subscribe to the channel, it really helps. And let me know if there's any local history you want me to investigate in the future. Thank you.